Good morning, my students. I hope you all are safe and healthy. So today I am here to share a story about a woodcutter and his daughter Radha. My name is Abha and the name of the story is Keep Your Word. Once upon a time, there was a woodcutter who lived in a very old village. He had a very small hut and his daughter was his only family. Her name was Radha. Every morning, the woodcutter went to the forest to get wood and he used to sell that in the market and get some money. Now, in this way, both the woodcutter and his daughter were living a basic life. One day, his daughter came up to him and said, "Father, we have enough to eat the common things, but just once, wouldn't it be good if we eat something special? Will it be possible if you could get us some cake today?" The woodcutter said, "Yes, I think we can. I will work a little more harder today, and with the extra money we can buy some cake." So the woodcutter went to the jungle and he got busy collecting wood. He knew that he had to buy some cake for Radha today. When he was done with his work, it was dark and he got really late. So he decided to go to the market the next morning and he headed towards his house. When he reached his hut, he saw that the door was bolted from the inside. He knocked on the door and he called out to Radha. He said, "Radha, Radha, open the door." But there was no answer. The woodcutter was so tired that he decided to sleep outside. The next morning when he woke up, it was still dark. And he decided to go back to the forest, collect more wood and earn more money. And that he did. And with the extra money, he purchased cakes and some other delicious snacks for Radha. While he was coming back home, he saw an old woman. And that old woman seemed really hungry. She looked at the woodcutter, but he did not. And he went straight and walked towards his house. When he reached his house, again the same thing happened. The door was bolted. The woodcutter was really tired and he was very hungry. It had been 2 nights that he had not slept properly. He sat outside the hut, and there an angel appeared. He said, "Why, my friend, you are so sad?" The woodcutter told him his story. The angel replied, "You know what? You should always try to help the needy people. In that way, you will have a happy life." The woodcutter did not understand. In a few moments, the door opened. Radha called her father inside, and together they had a really delicious meal. After a few days, Radha was walking on the streets, and the princess noticed her. She really liked Radha. She came up to her and told her, "Will you work as my maiden?" To which Radha agreed. She started to work for the princess. The next morning, both of them went for a swim to the nearby lake. The princess took off her jewelry and told Radha to take care of it. When she came back, she forgot to pick her necklace and went back to the palace. When she reached the palace, she noticed that her necklace was missing. She called Radha and said, "You are a thief. You have stolen my necklace. Please leave the palace right now." She did not give Radha a moment to explain herself. Radha, she came crying back home. She was really sad. And within an hour, the guards came from the palace and they took the woodcutter away. Now, during the time when Radha had started working for the princess, the woodcutter and Radha became fairly rich. The woodcutter no longer went to the jungle to collect woods. They had everything and they were actually living a very comfortable life. There were people in the village who were needy, who were poor, who needed money and help from the woodcutter. But he never helped them. When the guards came to his hut, they took him away and put him in jail. When the woodcutter was inside the jail, he realized the words of the angel. He had told him to always help the needy people in whatever way he could. And he realized that he did not share what he had. He had indeed become greedy. He started crying. And he apologized to the angel and he asked for help. The princess, the very same day, went to the same lake for a swim, and she found her necklace near the bushes. She discovered that Radha was innocent. She immediately called her back and she told her to come back to work and apologized. And she told the guards to let her father, who was the woodcutter, to set him free. The woodcutter came back to his hut. And since that day, he always tried to help people with whatever way he could. Be it money, be it some support, advice, or any other thing which he could provide the needy and poor people. So, my dear students, in this story, the woodcutter and his daughter learn how to share and help people around you. Whenever you notice people who are in some pain, who are going through a hard time, always try to help them. Maybe talk to them and make them feel comfortable and happy. Thank you so much.